Here we are, it's the final dance, the Super Bowl is set, and we got our prediction video coming up, but before we get into it, let's take a look at a quick breakdown of this video. First, we're going to have my pick of the Super Bowl and keys to the game. Then we're going to have Noah's pick, he's making a reappearance on the channel, his pick and his take on the game, his keys, and then we're going to have the review of how my picks in the playoffs went this season. Alright, here's a quick look before we get started at the playoff bracket. Here's how it's gone since the divisional round. We have the Chiefs and the Niners who will be meeting in Super Bowl 58. Now, real quickly before we get into these picks, I would so appreciate if you guys decide to leave a like and subscribe on this video, because it does help us out a lot and we really appreciate it. It makes our day every time. So thank you so much, and without further ado, let's hop right into the picks. Alright, it is time for my Super Bowl picks. Up first here, for KC to win, I think the number one thing they need to do is have their receivers show up. That is the first things first, because we know Mahomes is going to show up. If Mahomes doesn't show up for this game, that'd be so uncharacteristic. He is Mr. Big Time when it comes to big games, and this is the biggest game in the season. And if the receivers show up, I honestly think it's hard for the Niners to win this game. It's going to be tough. The receivers for the Chiefs are going to play such a big role in this game here. Secondly, they need to keep the Niners offense slow. We've seen it time and time again. Biggest example in that Philadelphia game in the regular season, when the Niners just got 6 straight touchdowns in a row. They need to keep that offense slow. And really, the Chiefs, they want a shorter game because their offense is not a high-powered, big play offense, right? They need to keep the 49ers offense slow and force them to play a game that isn't really their own. Because the Niners game is run it, and then a big play, right? The Niners get a lot of explosive plays, and the Chiefs need to limit those by keeping their offense slow. Number 3, the Chiefs need to take long drives. As I've said before, the receivers in this game, your receivers are iffy. You do not need to be running giant down the field plays, right? Use Pacheco and use him a lot. Keep pounding the rock and taking short gains if you are the Chiefs, and that will help you win this game. Like what Noah said about the Niners, the Chiefs need to limit the Niners' short gains, and I think that's good. That goes for both teams. You can't let them neither team can let the other one get away with screen passes that go for first downs. We can't be having those. Now, if you're the 49ers and you want to win this game, you need to have explosive plays yourself, all right? Because the 49ers, when they get explosive plays, they're tough to stop. I'm going back to that Philadelphia game. They were just ripping it open with everyone. McCaffrey, Ayuk, everyone going. That goes with one of Noah's points that we'll get into later. But having explosive plays is just so key for this team, because they need to keep their offense playing their offense's game. That's what the 49ers need to do. And in order to do that, they need to stay two-dimensional. They cannot get overly reliant on either the run or the pass. Trust Brock Purdy. He is good, and he clearly, he's proven. He's proven that he's a good quarterback and that he can play well in this league. And Christian McCaffrey is phenomenal. They need to get everybody moving. Everyone needs to be going on that offense. You shouldn't have 100-yard receivers and a bunch of 50-yard receivers, right? I would think it'd be better if the 49ers have 80 yards for McCaffrey and 80 yards to their receivers, then have a couple guys get 100, and then the rest of them have not as good games, right? Everyone needs to be having a good game here. Kittle, Ayuk, Samuel, McCaffrey, and Purdy. They need to stay two-dimensional on that offense, and 3, they need to keep the Chiefs one-dimensional. They can force the Chiefs into passing situations. Their receivers will make mistakes before the Niners defense does, all right? The Niners defense matches up way better than the Chiefs receivers do. And that means that the Chiefs receivers will be making mistakes first. In a longer game, more passing, a longer game, the Niners have the better roster. I think the Chiefs will be making the mistakes first because their team is much younger, right? The Chiefs' offense, their receiving core has not been great. Their O-line it's been pretty good. The Chiefs defense is really good, but the 49ers offense is just as good. The big mismatch of this game is the Niners defense on the Chiefs offense. So the Niners need to keep this game long, and they need to keep it longer so that way the Chiefs make the first mistake. Now, with all of that being said, my final score prediction is going to be 13-27. The 49ers get this done. I know that is not a close game, but the Chiefs offense is not that good. It's not that good. It's a 17-point offense, right? Yes, they did good against Miami, but that's because the Miami is a warm weather team. All right, the Miami was not ready to play in the cold, and it was very clear. And then you also saw Buffalo drop the ball. The Ravens, they dropped the ball. The Chiefs needed Buffalo to miss a 40-yard field goal to get out of there, right? The Chiefs needed Lamar Jackson to have the worst game of his season to get out of there, right? Like, this Chiefs team has been relying on the other teams, mainly the other team's offense, to just completely drop the ball, and you won't see the Niners do that. They have too many weapons, too many good players. The Niners aren't going to put up 30 like they usually do, but they are going to put up 27, and I just don't see the Chiefs offense being able to stack up against this Niners defense. That pass rush is going to get to Mahomes. They're going to get him good, right? And then the receivers, I just don't see them. I don't see them being able to capitalize too much on whenever they are open. And I'm actually going to change that to 27-17. I'll give the Chiefs some more credit than I did. But either way, I do think that's how this game is going to go. It's not going to be super close. Like, that's not going to be the Niners pulling away in the fourth quarter. Like, they're going to have a lead the whole time, and then it's just going to end on a kneel down, I think. And the 49ers are going to be Super Bowl champions. In
order for the Chiefs to win, 3 things need to happen. 1, they need to be able to control the 49ers run game. They need to be able to limit Christian McCaffrey to they can't let Christian McCaffrey get into a groove. 2, they have to take away the short dump-offs on defense. Brock Purdy likes to throw a lot of screens. They need to eliminate that. Maybe run cover 4 zone. Actually, no, that would take away the deep, but still. Final thing, once Patrick Mahomes gets into a groove, he is normally really good. If they can get Patrick Mahomes into a groove early, if he starts off with 3 solid pass attempts, he normally can stay hot for the duration of the game. So if he locks in, if Patrick Mahomes is able to do the job, I think the entire team wins. First off, you can't let the Chiefs, they can't let Isaiah Pacheco get hot. Or, honestly, they have to keep Patrick Mahomes contained, because Patrick Mahomes sometimes can rush, but the thing is, if the Patrick Mahomes passing game is already too much, if they also have the run game, it's game over for them. 2, they need to get they need to get Brandon Ayuk involved. I know that there's Deebo Samuel. Basically, they need to get Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk involved early. I think if they can get their connection going, pass game. Also, even George Kittle, he can be a valuable piece also. If they can get their pass game working, then they'll be able to cook the Chiefs secondary. Number 3 out of 3. This is the most important one. They need to get the run game going. If the Chiefs can stop it, then they might be done for. But if they can get Christian McCaffrey cooking, I think the 49ers will win this game. Those are my 3 keys of the game for the 49ers to win the game. The winner of Super Bowl 58 is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. And I think the score of this game is going to be 34-28 San Francisco. And I think it's going to be because they'll be able to get Christian McCaffrey involved early. The Chiefs won't be able to stop that. And if their defense can hold it together against Patrick Mahomes, game over. 49ers needs to save us all.
This is a look at my prediction chart for these playoffs, and it is not looking too hot. My Super Bowl winner is already eliminated for all 3 times, and every team that I had coming out of the NFC got eliminated. They got eliminated the week I had them coming out of the NFC. I had the Rams coming out of the NFC in the wild card round. They got eliminated in that round. I had the Packers coming out of the NFC in the divisional round. They got eliminated in that round. I had the Lions coming out of the NFC in the conference round. They got eliminated in that round. The Chiefs and Niners coming out of the NFC. The Chiefs and Niners coming out of their respective conferences. And I had the Ravens coming out of the AFC every single time. So that is ruined. My wild card is really the bright spot. I got 2 of the divisional winners right in the wild card round, 2 of the divisional winners right in my divisional round picks. Again, my conference was wrong. So in total of ratio of correct winners predicted to incorrect winners predicted, I went a whopping, get ready for it, are you ready for it, 9-13. That's not great. That's I'll tell you what, that's not great. I shouldn't have trusted the Bills, and I should have gone with Mahomes, but I'm going against him this time, and I actually think I'm going to be right, because it is the 49ers, but I said that last time too. We'll have to see. But one more game left to predict as my Super Bowl winner is the Niners. We'll see if that is right. But in the meantime, this is one final look at my predictions chart. And yeah, it's not too great, but the wild card round was really good, so I'll take pride in that. And with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. We hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl. A reminder, we'd really appreciate it if you guys do leave a like and subscribe on this video, because it does help us out a lot in the comments too. We love the comments, whether you agree or disagree with us. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.